Welcome. It's time for another Bitcoin update video now that we have some more development in the price action, and I'm seeing some bad signs along with some good signs. So I want to cover those things, talk about some of the scenarios that I think are likely to play out in the coming days and or weeks. So the main idea that I've been sharing for the last few months since the lows down here has been that we see a strong follow through towards 48,200, which is this logical high. And realistically, if and when we do get up to that level, I'm thinking that we don't just poke it a little bit and then go straight into a big correction. I'm thinking it's more likely we keep pushing higher and spend a little time up here, maybe up to 52K, to make people believe we've fully broken out of that level before we get into a larger correction. So that's kind of the idea once we do get up there. But as of right now, we can kind of talk about some of the good signs and also some of the bad signs that I'm currently seeing during this current smaller consolidation right here. So one of the good signs that I am seeing that's formed is a hidden bullish divergence on this daily time frame. So let's take a look at our momentum here, where we see our momentum is coming down, made a lower low and then crossed up, but our price is making a higher low. That is a hidden bullish divergence, which normally, more times than not, leads to a follow through of the current trend and a higher low in the price. So that would just mean that compared to this pullback right here, we see this higher low and then continue higher from there for a higher high. That's a good sign, is that we're seeing that momentum shifting to the upside with a hidden bullish divergence on the daily. So I want to keep in mind that this is possible that we're just going to see a follow through straight up out of here, which is this first arrow here that I have in. But that hidden bullish divergence could still be valid if we push down again. And I'm thinking a likely scenario that I think is equally likely to this first one is that we see this go into kind of this three-wave correction here before we get our move to the upside. I do not think this move down, if it does happen, will come down and break the lows right here. I think it's going to be a higher low, give us that strong hidden bullish divergence, and then follow through to the upside for this daily time frame trend to continue towards these logical highs before getting into our major pullback. So that's what I'm thinking the two main scenarios here are. Now let's talk about the negative signs that I'm looking at throughout this current consolidation that were not a problem on previous consolidations. So previous consolidations throughout this move here were down here, here, this one right here, this one out here, here, all of these pullbacks, even the one right here, everything was looking really good as far as funding rates go and open interest goes. So if we take a look at our funding, the issue that I see right now is funding is extremely high, and this is the only time where each time we push up in this current consolidation, funding gets extremely high up at the top range of this consolidation. And if you've been watching my channel for some time, you'd know how I like to trade is getting in at lows of a consolidation. So in my Discord group, I've talked about buying at the lows here, so below 41K specifically is the number I've been mentioning, and then getting stop losses to break even on each of these pushes up. But I would not be entering into a position high up in this consolidations. I think that another push down is too likely just based on how many people are getting aggressive with leveraged longs each time this current consolidation pushes up. Well, on these previous ones, we saw negative funding rates and a lot of short squeezes along the whole way up here until this consolidation. This one is a bit different, where we're not seeing such a perfect setup that made me so confident in all of these previous ones. And for those of you who have been watching, you would see I was very confident on all of these previous pullbacks, while on this one it's been more difficult. So that's the reasoning why this one is not as confident as all these other ones for a good continuation quickly out of here. And we just want to keep that in mind, that this is a very likely and good possibility that we see this push down again. And those funding rates can drop very quickly. So even if we see a small push down, it may go negative on us. We may see that drop very fast, where it's not needed to come all the way down to the lows here again, and towards around 38K or 38.5, 39 in this area. We may not need that depending on how things develop throughout this, but we just want to be safe and not be entering at the highs of this current consolidation range. Okay, so always trying to get in at a good discounted price, where this would be kind of the entry zone for a new position, and then positions down here below 41K. Stop losses to break even, partial profits up here at the highs of the range, things along those lines to protect capital, and just be smart about entering into positions. So that's the idea right now. We have the hidden bullish divergence on that daily time frame with the momentum, but some of the signs are not looking so great each time that we push up. So I just want to be realistic and think, okay, maybe we do go into kind of this daily 3-wave correction before getting underway towards the logical high targets, something like this, where we just kind of shake out a lot of these longs before continuing higher. And I know that this push down here did shake out a lot. So that's why I'm also keeping in mind that we may just head straight up out of here. But I'm not discounting the fact that things aren't looking nearly as bullish this time around during this consolidation compared to all our other pullbacks along the way up. Okay, so that's pretty much all there is to update right now. Again, just discussing being safe with our entries, not entering at highs of a consolidation, getting in at a good discount, and knowing that there is always the possibility that the analysis is wrong, that this is going to come down and give us that secondary analysis, which would be that daily 3-wave correction to the downside before getting underway with a stronger push to the upside. And if we do come down, I can kind of evaluate it again and see how things are looking. But things have not been as clear as far as a bullish stance on this current consolidation compared to every other little pullback along the way here. So that's the idea right now. Just being cautious, and as we get higher up in this overall trend, it's kind of smart to just be more cautious compared to these lower prices, as we do get quite a bit extended to the upside here. We can quickly evaluate how things are looking on our weekly as far as our indicator goes. So things do look good still on this weekly time frame. Our momentum is strong. We've actually come up for new highs now with the momentum compared to these previous crosses down, which is good. Our bounce of power also looking fine. Still coming up, strength there, new highs compared to this previous pushes up. So things are looking good as far as our higher time frame momentum goes, but just have to be ready for some lower time frame corrections and not be the guy who buys at the highs of a range, which I've discussed before. That area to be a buyer would be down here currently, not up here right at the highs of the consolidation. Okay, so that's going to be it for now. Still bullish, still anticipating we see follow through, but just keeping in mind that this one isn't looking as healthy as these other pullbacks were along the way. So I'm not coming in here in this video with so much confidence that we see continuation like I was with all of these others. And I've explained the reasoning why that's the case. So looking for this daily hidden bullish divergence to play out, but just not quite confident it's going to on this current push up. But maybe we need a little bit more downside first. We will see. But that's it for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you check out my links in the description for Bybit Exchange, BingX Exchange. You can message me on Twitter if you want in on the Discord group, and where I'm uploading posting more frequent updates on lower time frames, talking about things like the open interest and the funding and what I'm expecting, and how I talked about getting in below 41K here, expecting we see this rally right before the rally, and just lower time frame updates and things that I'm looking at in real time. So check that out. Message me on Twitter if you want to get access to Discord group. I do ask that each person just uses one of my affiliate links to one of those exchanges, BingX or Bybit, if they want access. But if you aren't able to use those exchanges in your country or jurisdiction, it's okay. I still give you access. There's no cost or anything like that. I'm just asking If you are able to, or if you want to, then I appreciate it, but it's not required. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day.